Many people start their day hitting the snooze button, praying that they could stay in bed 2 more hours, and waking up in extremis the later than possibly can. And then they need to hurry up, feel stressed out to arrive late, and don't have time for themselves before heading to work. Why is it better to be an early riser than a night owl? Can't you be productive at night and sleep in the morning? There is a lot of evidence that mornings do matter on many topics. In this video, we are going to see the 7 most important advantages of being an early riser. The first advantage is more wealth. In his 5-year study of 177 self-made millionaires, author Thomas C. Corley found that nearly 50% of them woke up at least 3 hours before their workday actually began. David Osborne once said, "The more time I spent in business, the more I began to see the connection between mornings and money. The more consistently I leveraged that first part of my day, the more my net worth increased." And if you look at habits of millionaires, an unusual proportion of wealthy people wake up early. As you can see, 20% of normal people wake up before 6 a.m. in the morning, whereas 50% of wealthy people wake up before 6 a.m. Do you think that is a coincidence? I'm not saying that if you wake up early, you will get rich. But if you wake up early and put in place a healthy routine, being able to perform many tasks such as working on your goals, exercise, preparing your day, meditating, etc., you will highly increase your financial life. Second advantage is better health. Studies were made on approximately 430,000 people over 6 years and a half, showing that the night owls had a higher mortality rate than the group of the early birds. The early risers had 10% less chance to die prematurely from a cardiovascular, hormonal, respiratory, or gastric disease. The reason for this difference could be explained by the higher proportion of night owls being more in parties or having a less healthy lifestyle. But this is not the only reason. Night owls have a chronotype that doesn't match well the general social activities rhythm that favorizes significantly the early birds. So late evening people are constantly in some kind of jet lag, and it's not good for their health. This is called social jet lag. Societal pressures mean early birds might be forced to stay up later in the evenings on weekends to socialize, just as night owls are forced to wake up earlier for work in the week. So social jet lag can be quantified by looking at the difference in sleeping hours between work days and free time. Advantage number 3 is best productivity and proactivity. According to Robin Sharma, if you study many of the most productive people in the world, they all had one thing in common. They were early risers. Christoph Randler is a professor of biology at the Heidelberg University of Education in Germany. He said that people whose performance peaks in the morning are more proactive than the night owls. They are better able to anticipate and minimize problems, and they have greater professional success and make higher wages. Number 4 is better mood. A study from 2014 shows that early risers have less negative repetitive thoughts. You could reduce your risk of depression by 23% by waking up just an hour earlier than usual, according to a study from University of Colorado Boulder and the Broad Institute of MIT and Harvard. Each hour earlier that you wake up, the better benefit on your mood. Many researches from the past have shown that there is a link between chronotype, meaning if a person prefers mornings or nights, and mood. Night owls are twice as likely to develop depression compared to morning people. There are a few plausible explanations for this link between chronotype and mood, the same way that for health that we saw earlier, because morning people are better aligned with society requirements about the wake-up time, whereas night owls have a harder time adapting. Physiologically, people who wake up earlier also get higher and earlier light exposure, which may affect their well-being. Number 5 is more energy. When you have time to exercise in the morning, you are liberating endorphins that are in turn giving you more energy, motivation, pleasure, and creativity. Literally, you will be on fire all day if you are able to train in the morning. Plus, people exercising in the morning are much more regulars because there is nothing else going in their way to make them cancel their training. On the contrary, people who train in the evening can have many reasons to cancel. Hard day at work, I'm tired, my friends are proposing a drink, etc. Number 6 is that you are wasting less time. The 2 hours you will gain in the morning will probably be more efficient than those hours from 10 p.m. to midnight, for example. Most people in the night are either watching Netflix, drinking, scrolling social media. Of course, some people are really working or doing productive things, but most people are doing less productive things in the evening than in the morning. So most of them are not doing gym or working on their projects. In the morning, you have more self-control, more energy, more positive thoughts. This is perfect to work on your growth. 7 is less pressure. Morning is a key stage of the day. If you feel overwhelmed, bringing your alarm clock forward by even 30 minutes or 1 hour will already soothe you. You will no longer feel like a robot that starts a race against the clock, barely with your foot on the ground. You will feel much better all day, knowing that you have control over your mornings and therefore more control on your day. That's it for this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. I will be talking about many subjects around money, mind, and health level up.